In this video, we're going to solve logarithmic equations. Now, really quick, I just want you to kind of look at these and see if you can put these in to groups of what's similar. Specifically notice, do you see how there's a logarithm? Every term has a logarithm in B and D. Those, when there's logarithms everywhere, are going to be solved in one way. And then equations where there's a constant, those are going to be solved in a different way. So that's the first thing, is just think about what type of equation we have, and then we have a process for each. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you have a constant term, your process is going to be to rewrite in exponential form. Okay, and so remember, if there's no base, then that is actually base 10. Okay, and exponent form tells us that the base to the power of 1 is equal to the argument. And then we can just solve that, subtracting 2 from both sides. We get that x is equal to 8. And then just do a quick little double check. Just make sure that that actually makes sense. 8 plus 2 log of 10 is equal to 1. That makes sense because 10 to the 1 power is 10. Okay, you just want to make sure that you have a positive argument. Okay, so that's the first process. And now the second process would be if you have logarithms everywhere. Well, if you have the same base, then our arguments had better be equal, or else this doesn't make any sense. So you can set the two arguments equal. So we have x minus 2 is equal to 6 minus x. Then I'm going to add x to both sides. We'll get 2x, and let's see, we'll add 2 to both sides as well, is equal to 8, so x equals 4. And we just want to quick double check. ln of 4 minus 2, ln of 2, does that equal ln of 6 minus 4? Yes. Okay, so that one works. All right, so I'll give you a minute. See if you can come up with these. You've got your two different processes, so pause the video and see if you can solve these. My hint is on this one, combine that into a single log. There's subtractions of logarithms, so we can combine that into division in the argument. Same thing here. So the first thing you want to do is combine that. Okay, so I'll give you a minute. Go ahead and pause and see if you can come up with a solution. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to rewrite, because there's a constant term. There's not logarithms on both terms. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite as this base to the 2 power. The second power is equal to the argument. All right, and then we'll go ahead and clear fractions, multiply both sides by x minus 1. So that would be 4 times x minus 1. And we'll go ahead and distribute our 4. So I would get 4x minus 4 is equal to x plus 2. Add 4 to both sides. And then subtract x, so we'd get 3x is equal to 6, and x equals 2. And then you do just really want to make sure that really makes sense. So log base 2 of 2 plus 2, so it'd be a 4 minus log base 2 of 2 minus 1. So it'd be 1 is equal to 2. And you can evaluate this. 2 to what power is 4? That simplifies to 2. 2 to the what power is 1, that would be 0. So that one does check out. Okay. All right, let's see how this next one went. Okay, so we're going to combine, since there's subtraction of logs, that means that we can combine that into division of those two arguments. All right, now, because I have logs on both sides, that means that the arguments must be equal. So So we take x plus 3 over x minus 1, and that needs to be equal to 2. And we'll go ahead and clear fractions, subtract or multiply both sides by x minus 3, distribute. So I get x plus 2 is equal to 2x minus 6. Add 6 to both sides, subtract x. And then we get x is equal to 8. And we'll make sure that we just check that out, make sure that we've got positive arguments. And that does check out. All right, let's do a couple more examples. So here I've got addition of logarithms. So we'll go ahead and combine that as multiplication of those two arguments. Now I have a constant term, so that means I'm going to rewrite it as exponential form. So I take my base of 2 to the second power is equal to the argument. And we'll go ahead and just distribute that out. So x squared, I don't need that parenthesis. Okay, so x squared minus x plus 2x, that would be plus x minus 2. And then this is 4, so we'll go ahead and subtract 4, set this equal to 0. And x squared plus x minus 6, we can factor that. Let's see, let's do 3 and 2. And then using our zero product property, we get potential solutions as x equals -2 or -3 and 2. And then when we go to check, log base 2 of -3 plus 2, that's not going to have a solution because we need to have a positive argument. So that one is definitely not. Okay, and let's check the other one. Log base 2 of 2 plus 2, so that would be 4. 2 to what power is 4? That simplifies to 2. Log base 2 of 2 minus 1, which is 1. 2 to what power is 1? That's 0. And that checks out. Okay, great. Let's do one more example. So I have same process here, except notice that we have logarithms on every term. So then we're going to use our other process, which is, see if you can remember it. Exactly, we're going to set, first we're going to get single logs on both sides, and then we get to set the arguments equal. Okay, so here we go. We have addition of logs. That means that I get to put my two arguments in as a multiplication problem. Okay, now we're going to set my arguments equal. So let's go ahead as we set this first one, we'll distribute that out. So we've got x squared minus 3x minus 2 more x's, so minus 5x plus 6, and that's supposed to equal my other argument, and now we're going to set it equal to 0. And solve, and then don't forget we always need to do a check. Okay, so let's subtract 1, add x. So I've got x squared minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. And that doesn't look like it's going to factor, so let's pull out our quadratic formula. X is equal to the opposite of b, so positive 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 5, all over 2 times a. But in here, we're going to get a complex number, because 16 minus 20 is negative. So we can't take a natural logarithm of a complex number, so that has no solution. All right, so they don't always have a solution. Do make sure that you double check so that you only include solutions that actually work, that don't have a negative argument. And just remember there's two different kinds of processes with these, so just analyze your problem. If you have this constant term, you're going to rewrite using exponent form. If you have logarithms on both, on each term, then you're going to get a single log. Then you're going to set the argument to equal, and then you can go through and solve that equation. Equal to 8. All right, 2 more problems for you to try. There's answers here. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can come up with those answers. Okay, solving exponential equations. Either you have the same base or you don't. Okay, so those are really the 2 types. If you don't have the same base, then what we're going to do is take the natural log of both sides. Okay, now using the fact that our exponents get to come out and become coefficients, I would get x times ln of 6 is equal to x plus 2 times ln of 5, and then ln of 5, that's just some decimal, so we're going to distribute it, get all of our x terms on one side. So ln of 5 times x and ln of 5 times 2. And we'll subtract that 5 ln of 6 from both sides. Okay, and then we'll factor out our x. Oh, this should have been a 5. Sorry about that. That's a 5. Okay, and then divide both sides by ln 6 minus ln 5. So we get ln of x is equal to 2 natural log of 5 divided by natural log of 6 minus natural log of 5. Okay, I'll give you a little minute here. Really think about what kind of problem you have. I'll pause. You're trying to get an answer of 4. All right, so take a minute and see if you can figure that one out. All right, welcome back. So I don't have logarithms everywhere. I have a constant term. Okay, so what that means is I need to get a single log on one side and then rewrite in exponential form. Okay, so we've got log base 2 of x. We'll add log base 2 of x minus 3 to both sides. So then we're left with 2. And then we have this single, this constant term, but here I have 2 different logarithms. So let's combine that. There's addition of logs. Okay, what does that mean? That means multiplication of the arguments. Now we're ready to rewrite it in exponential form. Let's go ahead and multiply that out. Okay, and then we can solve that. Well, we've got 2 squared, that's 4. We'll subtract that from both sides. Okay, and then we can solve. It looks like this one does factor. So we've got, using the zero product property, x equals 4, or maybe -1, but -1's not going to work when we go to check it, because we have log base 2 of x. That does not work. Okay, but let's just double check the other one does work. Log base 2 of 4 is equal to 2 minus log base 2 of 4 minus 3. Okay, this one means 2 to what power is 4? That's 2. And then we would have minus log of 1, log base 2. 2 to what power is 1? That is a 0. Okay, so that one does check out, and then we've got our solution is x is equal to 4.